Welcome back, everybody. I've gotten a number of requests to do some more videos about winching out of your UTV, so I've got a few of those planned. First thing we're going to talk about, though, is I am going to do some rope splicing here. This is from a company called Factor 55, found it on Amazon, and this is called their Fast FID, F-I-D, not fib for my Wisconsin brethren, FID. And the way this works basically is it's kind of like a big sewing needle, and it's going to allow you to essentially make a loop here and splice the rope. You can repair winch lines, you can join them together, you can do all sorts of stuff with them. Now this is supposed to be down to 1/2 inch, so 3/16 is pretty small, so I'm not 100% sure it's going to work. I didn't see the size listed when I ordered it off Amazon. So we're going to give it a shot and we're going to see what happens. All right, so we're going to go through one end. I need more than that. Go through one side. All right, we're going to try to feed it back right real close. I think that's going to be the ticket. Yeah, that's going to look better. And now we're going to try to thread it in there real close as well. I think this is definitely the part where a smaller diameter FID would come in handy. So this rope is only 3/16. Seems to be working pretty good technique here, kind of loosen the rope up and then just kind of wiggle it on. Gotta kind of worm it along the FID. All right, so if we look how far this one's buried, yeah, we have definitely buried quite a bit longer than that. So we're gonna call it good. Try to work our FID out the side here without messing anything up. Gotta keep worming it off here. There we go. Now we're going to pull this, get our tail end back in. Oh, I should have maybe gone just a little bit further with our tail. Tail's a little bit long, so I'm just going to cut her short here, just by a little bit. Don't try this at home. All right, now that tail end should disappear inside our rope. Yep, there we go. Look at that. Oh, that looks better. Yep, and that's not sliding anymore. Much better. All right, so the trick was definitely going in and then coming right back, feeding the other way very close to where you entered. I had too much space in between my two feeds, I guess. That looks better. So my one end's a little bit bigger, which is what I wanted. It'll be a little bit easier to get on. This is the way it came from the factory. I'm just going to leave it. That'll be fine. So there's a factory loop buried to there. Here's my loop, a little bit bigger, buried quite a bit longer, just to be safe. Fast FID, I'm gonna have to check and see if they actually do have a smaller one, but this is the one that will go down for, they say 1/2 inch, and I just used it on a 3/16, so you can make it work. Pretty slick little setup. And the idea is it's super small, so you can put this in your ATV, your side-by-side. So if you break a rope on the trail, you can actually repair it instead of tying it. Because if you tie knots in these, you're actually going to reduce the strength, the braking strength, or the working load limit, because the knot will be your weak point then. So the splice is supposed to be stronger. So something worth noting that I didn't mention in my last video, but I'll mention in another video. Your winch can only pull at its maximum power, maximum rating, when you have basically got all the rope removed. You don't want to remove all of it. You want to leave, say, half a spool on there, but each time the rope wraps around the spool, if you think about it, the diameter of that spool essentially gets larger. So it's like, riding your bike uphill, being in a low gear versus being in a high gear. So if we were really stuck here, we'd want to probably, if we were stuck badly, we'd want to pull the winch further out. But we're just going to test this rope here. I also have a cool program. This is from a company called Safe Extract. It's a $10 app, and they've got a calculator that will help you calculate how much weight you're going to have to pull, how many wheels are buried or missing. And we're just on grass, so this is going to be pretty light. 4,500 pound winch, 14-degree angle, recovery options. It'll calculate, and it's going to tell me total resistance only 1,200 pounds. So we're not even coming close to actually testing everything, which is fine. And looks just fine. Yeah, doesn't look like it slipped at all. I think she's going to be good to go. So there you have it, all spliced up and ready to go. Loop on either end, so now we'll be able to just hook it up. We won't have to tie any knots in it or anything like that. Well, hopefully that was beneficial for you guys. See, it's pretty easy to do. As I said, never done this before, just thought I'd give it a shot, and worked out pretty good. That little fast FID. You can pick it up on Amazon, I think, for about 40 bucks, and I think we'll probably even throw it in the general and keep it along in case we need to repair one of these when we're actually out on the trail. Hopefully that was useful. Got a few more winching videos coming up. We'll see you next time. Oh, I can't wait to get riding in this thing again. It's been a long winter.